Destiny 2 has a lot of exotic weapons and armor that you can pair together to create some insane combos that make these exotics even better than what they already are. However, there is a lot of combinations in Destiny 2 that aren't as well known. These are almost secrets that a lot of the player base don't even realize, and they're not taking advantage of this. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering 5 of the lesser known combinations in Destiny 2 that you may or may not know. These secrets are completely overpowered, and I definitely recommend you using them if you haven't tried them out already. Drop a comment down below if you knew some of these secret combinations, but anyway, let's get straight into the video. Now, this first hidden combination is for all of you Titan mains out there, and in particular, the Sunbreaker subclass. The two things that we're going to be combining together is the Titan aspect Soul Invictus and the weapon perk Incandescent. Now, if you didn't know, sunspots on the Sunbreaker Titan subclass are completely overpowered. You get these by getting ability final kills or killing anything that is scorched. On top of this, while you're standing in the sunspot, you gain restoration and it spreads scorch around to enemies that walk near it. So if you didn't realize, pairing something like the Callus mini tool with Incandescent and the aspect Soul Invictus, getting kills with your Callus mini tool will create sunspots around the area for you to go to and get restoration. Now, if you don't have a Callus mini tool with Incandescent, don't stress, there is plenty of other guns out there that can roll with Incandescent. My second option would be the Bug Out Bag, the seasonal Season 21 weapon that you can buy from the vendor. All you gotta do is fly down to the Helm and buy a few Bug Out Bags from the Season 21 vendor. Hopefully after a few purchases, you should have one with Incandescent. Now, this combination is incredibly useful in PvE content, especially that harder content that you may want to solo, like soloing some dungeons in the game. Or better yet, if you're struggling to stay alive in raids, try this one out. Now, don't worry, this combination doesn't even stop here. This one has 3 items. You can pair this combination with the LORELEY Splendor helmet, which creates a sunspot at your feet whenever you get critically wounded. It will also create a sunspot whenever you cast your barricade, so you have infinite sunspots to put around the map whenever you're trying to do some harder content in the game. This is one hell of a combination, and I definitely recommend trying it out. Now, this next combination also is favored towards the Titans, and that's because Titans are completely overpowered and probably the best class in Destiny 2, and it's sad to say that as a Warlock main myself, but it's the truth. But anyway, rest in peace Warlocks. Quick shout out to Marshix on YouTube. I saw this combination on his channel and I couldn't resist putting it in my own video. This combination is absolutely absurd. So if you haven't seen his videos on this one, go check him out. The next 2 items we're going to be taking advantage of is the TICUU'S Divination exotic bow and the Severance enclosure, one of the exotic Titan chest pieces. Now, at a first glance, both of these exotics, when they were released, when looked upon, sort of got left behind in the dust because they weren't really good and they're not as strong as all the other items that you can use in the game. However, when you put these two together, it is absolutely absurd what they can do. So the way the TICUU'S Divination was meant to be used is you're meant to hip fire the first shot. These 3 projectiles will track towards your target and marking them for death. Once they are marked, if they are hit again by another TICUU'S shot, they will explode, or if they die, they will also explode. Then if we take a look at the Severance enclosure, the exotic chest piece, it states powered melee final blows unleash a damaging explosion. Final blows against more powerful targets will increase the radius and the damage of the explosion with the Severance enclosure equipped. So if you haven't picked up what I'm putting down here, don't worry, I'll explain exactly how to take advantage of this completely broken combination. So you want to have your TICUU'S Divination out and you want to hip fire your first shot, marking the enemies for death. Then you want to whip out your trusty throwing hammer in the Titan subclass, and you want to kill this target with a powered melee attack. Now, as we know, with the throwing hammer, you can pick it up after you kill an enemy, meaning you have infinite charged melee attacks. And marking every target for death before you kill them with a charged melee attack is going to create 2 huge explosions, one from the TICUU'S Divination and one from the Severance enclosure. Anything that is within radius of this target will explode and absolutely die. This is one hell of a combination, and I don't know how I didn't find this out sooner. One small note that I want to make, I believe the Severance enclosure has a 4-second cooldown, so after you get that powered final explosion, I believe there's a hidden 4-second cooldown before you can proc another powered explosion. So just keep this in mind whenever you're running through your activities. However, the TICUU'S Divination combination definitely does not have a cooldown, so as long as you mark a target with that, killing them will make them explode. Now the third overpowered combination that I want to cover is for all of you Warlock mains out there. This combination takes advantage of the exotic boots Rain of Fire and any fusion rifle that you have with Chill Clip, although I do recommend the Riptide. Now you're asking, why the hell as a Warlock main would I want to use the Rain of Fire exotic boots? Well, as it states, getting a kill with a fusion rifle makes your Guardian radiant. Being radiant allows you to break anti-barrier champion shields. So getting a kill with Rain of Fire on makes you able to stun anti-barrier champions. So that's one of the 3 champions covered, but because you have Chill Clip on your fusion rifle, slowing an overload champion will stun them, and also freezing an unstoppable champion will also stun the unstoppables. So just by equipping one simple exotic and a fusion rifle with Chill Clip, you can now cover all 3 champions in Destiny 2, the hardest encounters in Destiny. Grandmaster Nightfalls reward some of the best loot in the game, and they are also some of the hardest content in the game, making it the more enjoyable side of Destiny. However, getting your loadouts together and coordinating with your fire team can be a little bit stressful, so as a Warlock, if you just put these 2 items on, you don't have to worry, you can use whatever else you want, you will know that you can stun all 3 of those champions at any given moment. Knowing that your one gun can stun all 3 champions gives you your other 2 slots to put on whatever guns you want, which will help with the modifiers or the active boosts that Nightfall has. This is one hell of a loadout, and I definitely recommend giving it a try in your next GM run. Now the next combination that I want to cover is the Doomfang Pauldrons on the Titan and the Monte Carlo the exotic auto rifle. This one is very simple and very effective. The way the Doomfang Pauldrons work is whenever you get a void melee kill, it grants you super energy, and whenever you use your super, getting melee kills recharges your shield throw, and then whenever you use that shield throw, you get your super energy back. So technically, if there is enough adds around, you can be in your Sentinel shield roaming super forever, basically. Now the way the Monte Carlo pairs into this is doing damage with the Monte Carlo reduces your melee cooldown, and every time you get a kill with the Monte Carlo, there is a chance that it will fully restore your melee ability. So as you're going through PvE, throwing your melee ability out is going to grant you super energy. Getting kills with the Monte Carlo is going to give you those melees back really fast, meaning you can get supers super quick, and then when you use those supers, you're gonna be in that super for, you know, basically forever. So this build is basically just an infinite Sentinel Titan Void super roaming build. It is crazy stupid and really fun and super effective at clearing adds. Now the final combination that I want to cover is the weird interaction that the Witherhoard and the Malfeasance have when paired together. The Malfeasance has a perk trait called Taken Predator, which gives it bonus damage against Taken enemies and Gambit invaders. And technically the Witherhoard shoots a Taken Blight. So if you do end up sticking an enemy with the Witherhoard, the Malfeasance gets that damage boost on that enemy. So it's almost like the Witherhoard actually turns the enemy into a Taken enemy in the scripts, and therefore the Malfeasance gets a massive damage boost. You can see on the screen here the damage numbers that I'm doing per crit with the Witherhoard active and the Witherhoard not active, so it does work. With Bungie announcing a huge hand cannon buff in the near future, the Malfeasance might be a go-to hunter build with the Lucky Pants. I assume every hunter main knows the interaction with Lucky Pants and Malfeasance, it can cause for some huge nuke damage. But if you don't, basically, whenever you use Lucky Pants and you pull out a hand cannon, you can get a stacking buff up to 600% weapon damage boost. So all I'm saying is a few hunters with Malfeasance and Lucky Pants and one Witherhoard, and we could see a new damage meta coming to town. Now I know these builds aren't really made for those high-end content like GMs and raids, but they're still a lot of fun, and they're definitely something to do when you're running normal Nightfalls or something like that, even playing Gambit. There's so many exotic combinations out there in Destiny 2, some that I don't even know about to this day, and a lot of them have been patched in the past, so drop down a comment below what your favorite combination is in Destiny 2, and I might even make a part 2 to this video. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far in the video, feel free to drop a like and a subscribe, that would be really appreciated. But again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.